Hey guys, and welcome to the Flinders Ranges. Hey again guys, how are we all going? Today we're just going to recap on our little adventures around the Flinders Ranges.
Started at Rawnsley Park. It was a hell of a caravan park. The views there were truly amazing. The sunsets over the ranges were really good.
It was really quite a good bush camp setup, but it had all the mod cons you could want. There were toilets, showers, laundry, a shop, a pool, fire pits all over the place, massive camp kitchen. We had Optus reception and a Telstra booster, so you could get Telstra at the camp kitchen, but not really anywhere else around.
Only thing, like, the sites were big. The only thing was we could only have bore water hooked up to the van. There was a couple of rainwater tanks there to use.
We had a powered site, but there were also like villas and eco villas and cabins and unpowered campsites. They seem to stretch on forever and ever and ever. You could get quite a way out into the bush on your own and still be within their campsite, so that was pretty cool.
And most of them were at the base of the range too, so they had great views the whole way around. It was pretty good actually.
Yeah, we enjoyed it a lot. While we were there around the station, we also found this awesome little lookout station, Rawnsley Station Lookout, I think it was called. And so we could see the Rawnsley Bluff and the big range that went down behind that, and there was a sheet there that told you what all the other peaks were called along that. You could see Angel Chance Range was also really cool, and out the back of the station you could see the Elder Range, which of all of them I think the Elder Range was my favourite. It was magnificent to look at. Station is kind of based between Hawker and Wilpena, so it's a good halfway spot, and we found it to be a really good spot to stop and explore, like as a base camp, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a pretty central location for all that.
Yeah.
All the drives, or the area, but I think it has a fair bit more to offer than maybe some of the other places around there. There was a restaurant just down the road. You could get helicopter flights looking over the ranges, and there was
scenic flights as well.
Yeah, scenic flights on small planes too. So that could have been interesting, but just too pricey for us.
Yeah, a bit out of our range for that time, unfortunately. Gave us a list of maps, and this piece of paper, 2 maps and a camp map. The camp map had 4 or 5 different walks that you could do around the station on it. They went from half an hour to 5 hours if you climbed around Rawnsley Bluff, which was a bit too much for us. We didn't do that one. This one was a list of suggested drives in the area, so it went up as high as Parachilna Gorge at Blindman.
Parachuna Gorge was good, but the other one, the Bunyaroo and Brachina Gorge, they were right up there. That was a good drive.
The highlight of the day though had to be as we hit the Parachuna Gorge, we actually herded up a little family of emus. There was father emu and maybe 4 or 5 chicks walking along in front of the car for quite a while, so that was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, if you watched our other video, there was one on Kangaroo Island, we herded some sheep for a bit, but emus was a little bit different.
Something new for us.
Pugilist Hill lookout that has some stunning sunsets. It's really good for star shots too, and yeah, it was an amazing lookout.
We went up there for a couple of sunsets and to watch the full moon rise, which was also pretty cool from there.
Bit steep getting up into there. There was a little 2-wheel drive that come up into there as well, which they seemed to make it, but we could hear it struggling up the hill. Well worth getting up there. I can see why they pushed the car to try and get up there.
Of things to do. It was about a 2-hour walk up to the rock and back to the car park, but it was amazing. It was unfortunately fully fenced off because vandals nowadays, but all the Aboriginal artwork on it was just excellent. We sat there for a while and just took it all in. It was really good. And on the way there, also some other really interesting rock formations.
Yeah, the cave paintings were pretty good. The walk was pretty rocky. It was a bit steep in some patches, but it wasn't too bad.
We also came across a pack of wild goats there. So we stopped back and watched them for a while, but it was like, couldn't believe how many of them just kept coming in and coming in and coming in. They were everywhere. You can see why they're feral up there. washing and getting everything else ready to leave. So really we'll flat chat the whole 6 days that we were there.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
And then we headed down to Quorn to hide out over Easter because we sort of figured we really wanted to get back to the coast, but we knew that it'll be pretty busy. So we went to Quorn. The facilities there were quite good too. There was quite a big kitchen, toilets and showers which were quite clean and tidy, a whole separate room for the laundry which was good. It had a few washing machine and dryers, and I did also notice another room for a baby bath, like a parent's room to bath your kids and stuff in, which was quite a good idea as well, I think.
The owners at the Quorn Caravan Park really look after that caravan park.
It's a bit of a heritage town, I suppose you'd say, as in a lot of the buildings are quite old buildings, so it was nice to look around at the old hotels, some of the old shops. A lot of the shops and stuff seem to have closed. There seems to be a lot of empty shop fronts, but the few that were open were still quite really good, and the town hall had a market on while we were there, so that was good to go and have a look at that as well.
The old train station there's also the information centre, which is pretty good. They got the Pitchy Richie going in and out of there, the old steam train, so we didn't get a chance to get on it this time, maybe next time, but we did get some really good photos of it. So
it runs like 3 different trips, I think, so there's one down to Woolshed Flat, one to Port Augusta, and I think one was called like a potluck cruise or something, and basically that gives you canapé and champers on the station, and then you get meals along the trip and back again as well. So that actually sounded like it was quite a popular trip, but I think it might be hard to get on as well. You have to book in advance.
It was fairly well booked out while we were there, so.
To see the Silo light show, which was actually really good. We weren't too sure about it. We had mixed things. One said it ran for an hour and one said it ran for 3 hours. So what it actually does is it runs for an hour, but it shows 3 times. So there's your 3 hours. But the whole show was quite good. It was a little bit on the history of Quorn. I never realised how much it had to play in World War II. So that was cool to find out.
Definitely go to the local pub. I think you can go to either pub and order a takeaway meal.
Yes.
And then you can sit in your car and watch the Silo light show if you want. So
there's a radio station you can tune into.
entry, which we've done another video on the Aquapina four-wheel drive track. It does cost you $50 to do the track, and it's a $10 entry fee for the key, but you get that back. But off at Rawnsley Park Station, it is very expensive, so make sure you stock up on your beer before you go. We did actually find a bottle shop at Hawker, at the Hawker Hotel. It's probably worth driving down there, get your carton down there and go back if you need to, because you'll be shocked at the price they want to charge you for a carton.
So definitely make sure you've got all your supplies with you before you get there. As always guys, drop us a comment, let us know what you think of the video, and please like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. See you next time.